Which ones will be my go-to today? If I pull. Oh, child. And I ain't talking about the dog. I'm talking about child. Hey, everybody. Yes. Come on in. I'm going to give it a few more minutes for it to come in. For everyone to come in. I'm sorry, I said for it to come in. How is everyone? Hey, everybody. I want to see what y'all talking about on these YouTube streets. What's up? For everyone who does not know who I am Rafiki Simone. You are in tune to Order of the Mystic Healers. My channel used to be called The Mystic Circle. And now we're here. Hey, come on in, everybody. My moderators, what's up in the house? D from the D. What's up, Mystic Manifestors? Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Hey, get ready to start. Blocking people. All right? We ain't doing it. We're not doing it today. Not going through it. I hope everybody's been okay since I've been away. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The allergy, it's just been hitting. It's been hitting. All right. I hope everyone is well. Been dealing with several things. Not too much so bad. Not so bad or anything like that. I love y'all, but if you are a moderator and I think you may be a little bit too busy to help me block these people, I'm gonna have to assign someone else. Okay? Because I need help blocking these trolls. And I don't want anybody with a wrench by their name if they're not doing their due diligence to help me keep the people out, okay? All right. Hopefully everyone is well. I did miss y'all. Outside of having my own personal life, y'all, I had been dealing with like what seemed to have been like a sinus infection or something. But it's my first spring in here in the Southwest since I had moved back. So next month will make a year that I've been here, but I moved in the summer. We had summer energies last year when I moved, when me and the babies moved here. Excuse my birth. So the spring energy was gone by the time I got here. So, we getting the pollen. Quick tip. If you are dealing, let's say you move to a new area, if you are dealing with the allergies in a new area, it is good for you to get local honey. Get local honey because it'll help you get acclimated to the pollen that's in that specific area. Okay. Hey, everybody coming in that rocks with me. Listen, y'all, we are going to have trolls in here because they do not have a life. They are bots. A lot of people are soulless. They wish they had souls, and they are going to get on. They're going to try to rile up the people who do have a soul. Okay, so you're gonna have a lot of bots and a lot of trolls in here that don't have no souls. All right, I'm asking y'all. I'm asking y'all. Hey, hey, all of my mystic manifestors and my moderators. Yes, please be on your P's and Q's for me. I love y'all so much. Thank you. Now, um, wow. There's been a lot of things that has been transpiring. There's a lot of things that has been going on in the world, and it's a lot of war energy, rumors of wars. It's of course we got the family, the homelessness. We have the earthquakes that have happened. I believe the volcanic activity won't be far behind. Hopefully, I'm wrong about. Hopefully, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, a real prophet is a real seer, someone who has the ability to be able to foresee things. The true heart of a person really does not want to be right when it comes to disaster, but sometimes these things must be. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. I really do. I hope everyone is doing well. Um, I could talk about the obvious, the whole. Listen, I want y'all to be very aware of the line that is being drawn in the sand. This line that is being drawn is permanent. It's not something that can be moved or shaken. Okay, I don't know if you see it, but there is a line between. Some of you may call it good and evil. Others of you who feel like you have evolved past the three-dimensional realm and you no longer look at it as good and evil or light and dark, or you look at it as polarity or duality. I don't give a damn what you call it. It's happening. Okay? It's happening. It is. It's happening, and it's everyone is being told to choose a side. Okay? Everyone is being told to choose a side. And depending on where you go, that's just where how things are going to fall for you. Hey, Miss Sharon, congratulations to you, Miss Sharon. Her test came back clear and clean and free. This is what the prayer has been going out about concerning y'all. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box. I'm so grateful and thankful. Y'all continue to just keep sending positive energy to Miss Sharon and those who need it, those who come on the channel need it. Divine Rain, if you come on the channel, I'm going to need you to personally email me. My email is in the description box because that Cash App free reading that you got in on, we still have not done that yet. I need to do that so that I can clear that up. Okay, I don't like things lingering, and I know people are busy, um, but I want y'all to be paying attention to today's energy and tomorrow's energy. Today is April 20th, and today's energy and tomorrow's energy is Jupiter colliding or coming together with Uranus energy. Okay, this is some really good energies that are supposed to be happening for certain people of the collective. All right. The collective is made out of a body of different energies, different people from different places, different areas, different agendas with different things and mindsets. It all depends on how you individually have been walking and how you are continuing to carry yourself, that certain things will fall in place for you. Okay? And that's just how things are going to go. I'm not against collective energy. However, it is time to really start honing in on individual the way an individual carries themselves, how they walk in this life, because everybody ain't every. I don't. If you're paying attention to the energies that is happening, people ain't getting away with stuff. Okay, that people, it's harder for you to get away with things in this day and age right now. We've crossed over a threshold. We've walked through certain portals, and there is no let's go back, let's go through the portals. Oh, we forgot something. Let's go pick this up and come back. No, what's done is done. Okay, what's done is done. Um, this is it. All right, this is it. This is what it is. This is what it is. It's not going to. It's not going to go any further than what we're allowing it. With that being said, I really want to ask this question, because this is getting ready to start happening. How do you think personally? How do you think personally the world is going to feel with the entertainment industry being dissolved as we know it? Hmm? How will you feel? Um, how do you feel like you could? Do you specifically feel as an individual that you would be able to make it? Would you feel crippled? Will you feel played? Would you feel crushed? Would you feel disappointed? Or does it matter to you at all? Do you feel like good riddance? What do you feel when it comes to the industry, the entertainment industry as you know it? Um, we're moving in a new wave, y'all. There is something that's happening. I did forget. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am thinking that the state is California. I could be wrong. There is a particular state that is trying to pass a law for it to be illegal for you to be homeless. I know that back in my look, I'm a millennial, so just hold on to me if you're not a millennial. If you're a little bit older than me and you're Generation X, or you are even a boomer watching this, you'll understand what I'm saying. But for those of you who are younger than millennials, who may be stuck in more of the Gen Z way of thinking than a millennial grasp or aspect of life, just hold on and just kind of like I'll clean it up as best as I can and try to make it more understandable for you. But back in my day when I was a kid, there used to be fire and brimstone pastors. Preferably, mostly one of them was Pentecostal. They used to always talk about in the last days concentration camps, and the Antichrist was going to rile people up, or gather them up and put them in concentration camps, and the ones who said no to oathing in with the devil was going to be the ones in the concentration camps and all this other stuff. Let me explain something to y'all. The concentration camps been going on for a very long time now. The concentration camps are called your prison complexes. Your jail and prisons have been the concentration camps this whole time. Under the 13th Amendment, we already know that slavery is legal. As long as it's under the 13th Amendment, slavery is legal. My home state, where I was born and half raised, shout out to Louisiana, because I will forever love her. I have a love for her. Um, Louisiana has been a full-blown recipient of the 13th Amendment. Majority of your southern states are recipients of the 13th Amendment, and probably will forever be that until something comes down the pipe to eliminate and eradicate these prison pipelines and complexes that helps these people, right? So now we have people like Ice Cube that has been talking about, and I think Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony, who has been saying this for actually quite some time, and it's now becoming more popular because of the whole P. Diddy situation. That the prison to pipeline is the reason why the school to prison to pipeline has been so redeemable for those who are gleaning off of it, is because everyone who owns, the ones who own the record labels own the prisons. So it's starting to come out why, watch this, our people were being used to some kind of way charm, enchant, curse in some way, shape, form, or fashion with the frequency of music, coerce our people into adapting a gangster, detrimental lifestyle that will be perpetuated throughout generations and eventually deteriorate our people as a whole. Now all of a sudden it's coming out. Now all of a sudden it's being highlighted because of the Diddy situation. Well, I'm here to tell you like this. I ever since my own ordeal, and I won't go into it. For those of you who are familiar, y'all know what I'm saying. For those of you who are not familiar, please look at my earlier videos. For the things that I have survived dealing with the industry, me myself. I'm going to say this to you. I have been calling judgment very heavily for the last 3 years on specific people in the industry that had ties to what was personally going on with me, and also as a whole, because I am very, very well aware that God has judges placed in the earth that are supposed to call judgment so that the falling of these little Babylons can happen to bring down these bigger Babylons, or these bigger towers. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we're seeing it right now. I am not the only person who has placed their energy toward the dismantling of demonic energies. Okay, I'm not the only one. We've got prayer warriors around the world. We got people that have been standing their ground, and people who have seen crazy over the decades don't look so crazy as of right now, because a lot of things that have been said is being proven to be true. Florida already passed a law that it's illegal to be homeless. Yeah, you see, and one of the reasons why they're doing it is because they're going to try to start filling up the jails with people. But let me just say this to y'all. This is going to be extremely important. Yes, this is an election year, and y'all already see, according to the news, according to Northeast, West, and South, Biden has already interfered with Iran doing a over BOB toward Israel, and from what they have said, that Iran had told America don't intervene, and then America intervened. I hope y'all do understand that there is a law in place that if America is deemed to be at active war with any country, that there cannot be an election. Hello to everybody coming in. Look, I promise y'all, I'm not trying to ignore anyone or anything like that. When I'm in my flow, I'm in my flow. So thank you to everyone. Shout out first to my members. Tomorrow, you know what time it is, how it's going down. So please be ready for it to go down on the Mystic membership side. Shout out to everybody who's rocking with me. I really do appreciate it. Who is y'all keep voting for him? Who is y'all? I don't vote. I don't vote. The problem with a lot of you airheaded dummies, y'all think that the right wing and the left wing is a separate bird. I have never seen a bird be able to fly with just one wing. Last time I checked, a bird uses both wings to fly. You call yourself a Crip. They call themselves Bloods. That's really what all of this is. At the end of the day, they're still pushing this illusion of separation on you. I've been said, I think that the American people should rise up and dismantle all of that bull. I believe that America would be better off divorced and each state having their own government. So, and it'd be ran by the people. The word democracy literally means for the people, by the people. When you say demographic, you are talking about the collective body of people that lives in a specific area. So if I say, what does the demographic of the Southwest looks like? I would say mostly Hispanics, right? Well, if I say, what does the demographic of mostly, what does the demographic of from East Texas all the way to Georgia looks like? I would say it's a high percentage of melanated Americans, and then you have a lot of Caucasians that live amongst us. We mix the most in the South. So if I'm saying demographics, a graph is a chart or a measurement, a type of measurement. So when I'm talking about a demo or a dim, I am literally talking about a body of people. So when you say democracy, you are saying for the people, by the people. But you airheaded, see, I was about to go there. I'm watching my words. You people who really do believe that this Democrat energy is going to change something, it hasn't. It's not for the people. It's not by the people. It's a lot of lying. It says, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. To be indivisible means to be to refrain from being split apart, right? Now we're getting into the etymology of things. You guys have to start getting into the etymology of these words because they knew exactly what they meant when they doctored up these things. Remember our last video we did, we covered how the 13 states, Delaware was the last northern colony that I was supposed to talk about. But did you know allegedly that's where the United States president lives? So if the sugar honey iced tea was to pop off in DC, who are they really getting? Kamala Harris? Because apparently, allegedly, the CEO of the United States Corporation lives in Delaware, where the underground bunkers are. So you have to ask yourself this question: if we are under a republic, for which it stands, one nation under what God? Because remember, the Declaration of Independence said that they were acknowledging that whoever you call God may be different from this person's God, and they may have a different set of rules they abide by than this one. So in one retrospect, in one aspect, they're saying we understand that, even though different people come from different backgrounds, we're going to honor that. But then they're saying one nation under God. So there's a contradictory there. Listen to me. I'm going to only bring this stuff up because I really want y'all to understand what's happening. This entertainment industry is, and I want y'all, listen to me, is peeling back the true face of what America is built on. And you're going to have to decide where you fall. And listen to me. A lot of people are afraid right now. Ooh, you better hurry up and get your money together so you can move out of America and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. The meek is going to inherit the earth, honey. And if the meek is going to inherit the earth, then that means you can't outrun what's coming. And if you feel the urge to run somewhere and it's steeped in fear, if you just sit back and quiet yourself down and you be honest with yourself, why do I want to run? If it's fear, either you hiding something or you're not truly understanding what's happening, and you have not invested your protection in something bigger than you. You have to understand that. Because look, remember when that little girl went to Mexico and her friends unalived her there because of that spirit of jealousy was on her so-called friends? If you go back, when I was talking about that young lady, go back and hear what I was telling y'all. When I said there's a certain rapper that has ties to the cartel. It's really about to go down. Y'all don't know how many people have been paid off. State officials, so they can turn their head. Listen, Homeland Security and FEMA is about neck and neck. They're allegedly above the FBI. Do you know that if the CEO of America, aka the president, cannot get any bearings on anything, and the United States is declared under emergency, and that emergency is deep enough, did you know that the government could be literally disarmed and FEMA step in and act as the acting agency to run America? Did you know that? FEMA. This is huge. This is bigger than this man trafficking. This is huge. It's bigger than that. We are seeing the dismantling of powers. I used to tell y'all this all the time, the powers that used to be but ain't no more. We're literally seeing it in real time. And for some of you, it is going to be scary. You know why? Because there is going to be some mayhem. There's going to be some mayhem. Y'all have to understand something. America, in their eyes, was never supposed to go down from an outside force. It was always supposed to go down from within the belly of the beast. But I'll tell you right now that, you know, this matrix that we see falling, it is going to be scary. Because what do we have in place? But the corruption has to come down. People are illegitimate and illegal here and are committing mass crimes, and they're not traceable because they're not on the books. Liberty and justice for all should be for the American people. If you're illegal, send them back. Make them go through the paperwork. Make them pay the information. As a matter of fact, scan them. I feel like some people should go under psychological assessments before they're allotted to come to this country. It's a lot of people that's crazy coming through here. But when you say that, they're going to say, "Oh, you're being racist. No, my people was here first." I remember my great grandmother telling me we didn't come from no goddamn boat. We been here. My great grandmother, I sat at her feet while my mother would grease her scalp. Hair was soft and white like cotton, pure white. And she would tell me stories about our lineage. My great grandmother, Vivienne, I will never forget my nanny telling me certain things. We never came, but she used to ask, she used to ask her grandparents, did we ever come here? She said, no, we've been here. We never had no attachments to come over here on boats. we do have to change in our government. I just believe that there should be a dismantlement of government as we know it. I don't think we should have any houses of Congress. I don't think we should have any U.S. houses of representatives. None of these people have ever done anything for the American people. It's always their way. They can go home, they can lay down, they go to bed, and until something detrimental happens to them, nothing gets changed. These people are not living amongst us in everyday life. That's just like how long is it going to take for us to actually listen? You want to know the real reason why your neighborhoods is still running rapid with violence? There's two main reasons. People in the community do not want to speak up against the violence that is happening on themselves. People that are bullying them, they don't want to speak up. And number two is you have people that are in police power that does not live amongst you. These are people who come from suburbs or 2, 3, 4, 5 streets, away from you, that are over there in different other little counties that come and work in your county. They don't know the people. They don't know these folks. Why is it not better for you to put somebody that's from where you are in a position of power? Yeah, those natives are not real natives. We've already said that before. That's also coming out. I just and y'all be mindful. Be mindful. Don't come in here with bullshit. Cause I blocks. I don't give a fuck what you saying. You can come over here and be respectful and share your thoughts. But the moment you get disrespectful, your ass can go somewhere else. Cause we don't play that over here. Oh, I know. I know local elections will help my daily. Yeah. And that's why I said I think we should all stick to local governments. I think each state should handle their own business. And I think the people should stay on the necks of the folks who get. And I don't think that the polished politicians should hold in. I think everybody should get fired. I think, we should be able to pull public record and see what all changes have happened under the people who are in active duty power right now. And if it has benefited the people, let them stay in there. And if not, get their ass out and put somebody else in their place. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel, because those funds have to come from somewhere. At this point in time, it's getting to be a little bit too much. We've been doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same different results through different people. Through different people. So yeah, I think that what's happening right now. I think what's happening right now is a lot of it's a lot of eye-opening situations, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because I've lived in a different country before and I've traveled out of the country before. I'm not gonna lie to you, and listen to me. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but if it ain't meant for you, don't hold on to it. I do agree with foreigners when they say the IQ of an average American is very low, and it is. It is. When I look at how America is ran, and you ask certain questions to Americans, they do, not all, but majority of Americans are stupid. They have a very low IQ. Some of them see the things happening in front of their face, and they can't recognize what's going on. They can't. And let me just say this, depending on what kind of energy you grew up in, if you grew up in the hood, if you grew up in the projects, especially in my time, this stuff really, it's not affecting you as much because you know how to survive. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? These people who have been, things have been handed to them and different other things like that, these people are going to have a harder time trying to figure stuff out. They're not used to not having things at their beck and call. People who have been on the grounds running, and they know what's going on, they know what's popping, and they seeing things for what it is, and they're saying this needs to be changed, and they have everybody else's interests at heart. Those are good people who, in spite of how they grew up, they want to make a difference. They want to make a change. And those are the type of people that need to be in positions of power. Look, I'm going to just tell you like this, and I said it before and I'll say it again. If somebody like me ran for office, if I ran for presidency, all of this would be shut down. The first 100 days, I would be extremely silent. I don't know if I would be doing any press. I would be very quiet. I would shut down the cameras, and I'm going to the books. I want to see what's been popping off before me, what's happening, what they are expecting for me to do while I'm here, and I'm shutting shit down. Whatever has to be shut down is going to be shut down. Because at the end of the day, our people, the people here that makes up America, something has to happen for things to get better. You cannot sit here and tell me that America is broke when you're sending trillions of dollars over there for war. It doesn't make sense. No, the power doesn't belong to the people. The power belongs to the government. Because as long as we keep giving our power collectively to the government, and we keep thinking that a vote is going to change our outcome, it is always going to be with the government. And until we break that and take our power back, it's going to be happening the same way. It's just going to be different people. So we can sit here and say the people is with the power is with the people. Prove it. Let's take our power back as a collective so that the power could be with us. The power is not with the people. We keep giving power away. So that's necessarily not true. Of course they use magic to get what they have. Of course. Of course. Of course. The last will be first and the first shall be last. That's a prophecy that's older than you and I. Mm-hmm. Y'all, I don't want y'all to just be blocking just anybody. Y'all got to make sure that if whoever y'all blocking, y'all got to make sure that these people are saying stupidity. Don't just go on a block fest. I don't want y'all to just go on a block fest, okay? Shout out to my moderators. Y'all be on it. Yeah, it should belong to the people, but it doesn't. And again, I have to say this because this is reality. When you have mindless, airheaded people who think and they're enamored with right wing, left wing, and all this political talk, they're blinded. Look, how many of us were blinded to a lot of the stuff that was going on in the industry? How many, listen. I never will forget this. About 12 years ago, the Holy Spirit told me, Jessica, when it gets to a point, and please, don't none of y'all think y'all can feel close to me to call me Jessica. I'm Rafiki Simone. When I'm talking about myself, I'm getting out of this persona of Rafiki Simone. Because I know some of y'all, I be feeling like some of y'all think y'all can come at me a certain way and call me by my first name. That's my first name. But some of y'all don't have good energy behind that. So whoever I'm talking to and you know you don't have good energy behind it, then, ouch. Just say ouch and move on and respect what I'm telling y'all. But I will never forget, about 12 years ago, I was in prayer, and I will never forget how the Holy Spirit told me. The Holy Spirit said to me, when things start to go down, you cannot save your favorites. Whoever is your favorite, listen, if a person is guilty, they're guilty. It doesn't matter if you like them. It doesn't matter if you like them. We got one Sean going down. We about to have another Sean going right down after him. And you think you can save his wife because you like her? That does not happen like that. When people are guilty, you can't vouch for these people because you listen to their music, because you watch their videos, you watch their movies, you've watched them play ball in their sports. Just because you like them, you think just because you like them, they're innocent. Some of us don't have good judges of character. What we are seeing is a part of the cabal called the Boule, aka Black Illuminati, falling. That's what we see. That's what we're seeing. And just because you like somebody does not mean they're immune. Just because you like somebody does not mean that they're innocent. Well, that's what I'm trying to say, Carbon. But you see, you have to understand, most people don't have morals. Most people don't want to have morals. Because to have morals mean that you have to stick to a specific script that you gave yourself. To have morals mean this is what convicts my heart and this is what doesn't. And most people want to stay neutral because of fear. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all something. The threshold that we have crossed over fear cannot come with you. Fear will get you left behind. Okay? Fear will get you left behind. Hello to everybody loving and caring coming in. And that's just what it is. Some people are soulless. Some people don't want to have morals. Because to have morals means to have convictions. And if you have a conviction, you're going to see what's morally right and what's morally wrong. Because guess what? What's morally wrong to me may not convict the next person. Your favorites are over there eating babies and drinking their blood. But that doesn't convict them because they don't have no morals. You see what I'm trying to tell you? So at the end of the day, we have to listen. All of it has to fall down, and that's what's happening. Yes, and you're right, Loft. You're right. A lot of people can't pay attention to this because of financial struggles. The government, as we know it, has been keeping people down and out. Y'all hearing what's happening? They're trying to make side gigs illegal and then they're trying to hide it under the guise to say, well, look, they have to offer a 401k or a certain amount of benefits for them to continue to keep allowing these side hustles to happen. They don't want y'all. Listen, whenever you find a key to open up the door, they're going to change a lock. They're going to change a lock. They've been doing this. And you know what? We as the collective keeps letting them. So when are we going to come together and stop it? People are retiring left and right, and we don't trust the process. We just don't have power yet. I have a fear, but I don't let it out. You know what? It's better to be afraid and push through the fear than to have that fear and let it stop you from progressing. I always tell people, if you have a fear, do it afraid. Keep pressing past the fear, because eventually that fear is going to come off you. It's going to drop off you like a heavy weight. The goal is to continue to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And look, majority of the people who talk like me have haters come on their channels and say, well, you just broke, or you just this, or you just that. Listen, everybody wants a status. Everybody wants a status. You know who the new celebrities are now? Content creators. And you know what's getting ready to happen with them content creators? The devil is going to find a way to slither in and convolute and pollute. And it may be a different type of industry all over again. But you know, the only way that's going to happen is if people continue to take these oaths. Because at the end of the day, and I'm going to say this, I really do stick to this listen, I believe this 100%. The devil can only convolute who's his. The devil can't convolute who's not his. I don't care what nobody said. There's no evil presence or energy that can convolute that doesn't belong to them. And that's just what it is. If what's in you is gonna come out of you. If you're already tainted, that eventually is gonna come in another form outside of you, externally, and then internally validate what's on the inside of you. That's how all these people got. Listen, yes, Zero. Folks are scared. They are afraid. You're definitely right. You said most of us are struggling, but we are staying in. It's even illegal for side hustles. Yeah, I just said that, Loft, and you're right. And that's the sad part about it. You know what I'm saying? And again, listen, when, and I don't care what y'all say, Trump was in office. We have never seen America boom like that, ever. 2020 was my best year. I made the most money while COVID was popping off. To want to bring American factories back and to want to bring Made in America back, Made in the USA back, that to me is everything. That matters. That helps us with more jobs, more production. And guess what? If any of these superpower countries turn their backs on us, we won't be trying to figure out where the hell we gonna get our tissue from because it's being imported from another country. We would be more we would have more of a self-reservation and be able to rely on each other from within because most of our stuff will be made from within. But how is that possible when every other thing that you touching in your kitchen and in your living room says made in another country? When even your clothes that you're wearing says made in Indonesia or made in Afghanistan in these sweatshops. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's a lot of things that are going on. This fight has been spiritual. It has never always just been physical. It's always been spiritual. It's always been spiritual. Come on, Loft. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you. Thank you for being in that position to where you are able to work for wherever you work and be able to make a difference. And it does matter, one person at a time. Listen, at the end of the day, we have to be the change we want to see. If all of us got together and changed I'm talking about really started with us, you know what I'm saying? Started with us, in us, and then was able to, it would be a different ball game. But the true fight is sticking to your guns when it's not popular to. You know what I'm saying? It's not popular to be. Listen, everybody has a soapbox and a microphone. Everybody has a phone. Anybody can say whatever. At the end of the day, but this is what it is. You know. My point is always, how are we fixing anything if we are hurting? Yeah, but at the end of the day, improvements have to come. Listen, I'm gonna say this. This is the issue. This is the issue at hand. We've had a lot of leaders that have had physical or personal other situations that were popping off that we didn't know of and still fought for the betterment of others outside of themselves or their people as a whole. Some of them died of a broken heart like Marcus Garvey. Others of them were assassinated like Malcolm X. And we here now are in 2024, and the things that they have said in the 50s and 60s are still being proven to be true here in 2024. And it's been decades since people like them have been gone. So I always say this, to want one specific Messiah at this time to fight your battles for you, and you not fight your own for yourself, would be a suicide on their part, and it would be stupid on yours. A lot of people want change, but they don't want to put in that elbow grease to get the change. A lot of people want to benefit, but they don't want to help build it. So this is what I say. You don't want to put your dog in the fight, then you won't reap the benefits. You want to sit over there and be passive, and you want to be neutral, and you want to sit back and wait till everything happens, then guess what? You sit your neutral ass over there and cook your neutral food, continue to go to your neutral job, continue to live in your neutral whatever and drive your neutral car, and then when things start getting better, stay your neutral ass neutral. And that's just how the way the cookie will crumble. But if you are willing to get in to be a part of the change, then let's go. At this point, we make things harder than what it is. We grab all these excuses. We do. As a people, listen, I don't want to hear nothing else. As a people, we do this. The reason why things have not changed is because we keep grabbing for excuses to not physically want to put forth an effort to put change forward. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm wrong. We keep saying this and we keep saying that. I don't know about y'all, but ain't we tired of talking at this point? You should be tired of talking at this point. We got a half-dead, allegedly dementia-riddled president walking around here who's being allegedly puppeteered by the last people who was in office before the trumpet left. And I'm not going to sit here for shits and giggles. I'm not going to lie. For shits and giggles, I really want to see what Trump would do if he does get in office. Just to see. I just want to see if something real, just out of curiosity, I would love to see what would happen next if he would get in it. Because you know what? Everybody needs to be underneath a microscope. I just want to really see if he's going to drain the swamp like he said he was going to do. I want to see if this age-old grudge he got against the Democratic Party getting rid of JFK got anything to do with what changes he would implement. I would want to see if it would really get better. A part of me would really love to see that. But I don't know if I really want to entertain that. That's why I said a part of us, we all got different facets. I'm just being honest. I can share how I feel. This is my fucking channel. If you don't like it, go talk on your own. You said any advice to recover from depression? They say depression means deep rest. They say you need deep rest. Depression comes from not being happy with where you are in your life, feeling like you should be better off than where you are. Depression also can stem from different other things. And we have to be honest with ourselves, and I have to go through with this because Lion Meat said this. Lion Moet, I'm sorry, I said Lion Meat. For those of you who are dealing with depression, I have had a lifelong battle with that, and I'm grateful and thankful that I have won against that. I'm grateful. I have won against that. What I will say is this. You have to first be honest with the reasons why you are depressed. That is the number one way that you can dismantle, uproot it, and literally take it up from the root and put something else down in this place. I always say if you're gonna pluck something up from out of the ground, make sure either you put something down there in this place, or you make sure that no weeds can pop up in the place of what you just plucked up. Because the universe does not celebrate a vacuum. It will do its best to fill that space. Okay, if you don't. um, and depending on what your root of your depression is in, that then you'll have to take steps on to dismantle that. If it's because someone outside of you had violated you in some kind of way when you were a child or whatever, you're gonna have to deal with that accordingly. I am a very I do push therapy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always been a believer in therapy. I've never been a type of person who didn't believe in therapy. I think that it does serve the purpose. I think that you should just be aware of who you go to. Not all therapists are created equal, and some of them are out there with sinister agendas to make you look like, you know, a Britney Spears. And the reason why I say that is because what they'll do is try to make you look crazy and then put you in some form of an institution or conservatorship so that you can just be drugged up and dumbed down to where you can't fight back. Okay, and it's happened. A lot of our soldiers have been taken down that way. Um, but that's what I would say to you. Depending on your reasoning. If your depression is coming from the fact that you're not comfortable with where you are in life and you feel like you should be further along, my suggestion to you would be either cut off social media altogether or start unfollowing a lot of um, outlets on your social media, because somewhere in your life, directly or indirectly, you're comparing yourself to others. And you are feeling like this person has gotten this far, whether you know them personally or not, and you are measuring yourself up to someone else's level of success. My level of success may not look like your level of success. You may want to be the person with a 22-room mansion and that $11,000 a month maintenance bill. I'm not looking for that. I don't want no goddamn mansion. My level of success is something entirely different than what someone who may be more materialistic than myself may be. And I'm not knocking them, but that's not what I want for me. So how can I measure myself up to somebody whose level of success doesn't even correspond with my level of success? Okay, I would suggest you just start cutting off social media, or really reducing your level of intake of social media, because that comparison energy can happen very quickly and very subtle, and you not know it, or you not really feel it, and then all of a sudden it just piles on you. And yeah, I mean, I've had to deal with different types of depression, so that's how I'm able to speak on it. And I've been able to dismantle different types of depression, so that's how I'm also able to speak on it and how to maintain your freedom from the spirit of depression. I understand personally, so I'm not talking from a space that I have not went through. So hopefully that helps. How folks have been putting. It's been a year. I hear you, Loft. I'll call you out. I know that's right. When you don't like where you are, that's you're when you didn't like. I don't know what you mean. I was depressed as well. Can't wait to start back therapy. Go ahead, girl. I'm with you. Listen, hello to all of my mystic manifestors. Okay, be ready for tomorrow. But I'm putting it out there. And let me just say this. I heard a song. I heard a snippet of a song recently. This song was recently dropped by someone in the music industry. And it sounded like a full-blown murder confession. Let me explain something to y'all. When people feel like they are above the law, they're going to say whatever they feel like they can say. Okay? Because they feel like they're above the law. Remember, we are watching the Black Illuminati be dismantled, aka the Boule. aka the tattoo that's on LeBron James's chest. Oh, fit for a queen. Sending love to you. We sending good juju to you, good love. Okay, my girl. Um, for whatever reason you're there in the hospital, we sending you love. Okay, look. For what it's worth, girl, laugh at some of these trolls here in the comments in the live chat because, honey, you know we have not had trolls in a very long time. That means we on the up and up, honey. So, yes, you started a couple of years ago and you cut off due to insurance. I hear you, my girl. Yeah, so we just sending hey to all of my Mystic members that's coming through. I love y'all so much. I love everybody who's been rocking with me for real, not coming in here trolling. But yeah, it's a lot that's going on, y'all. It's a lot that's going on. We are literally seeing the dismantlement of a lot of different secret societies that's popping off here. You know what I'm saying? We have the OVO with Drake. It's a lot of stuff that's popping off. It's a lot of stuff that's popping off. I was just asking Boo Bear the other day. I was like, why does Aubrey call himself Drake? Where did he get that word Drake from? Because when I was growing up, the nickname Drake was a nickname for Dracula, which the house of Drac or Draco is dealing with the reptilians. It's the dragon race. It's the reptilian race, actually. Not necessarily, even though I know that the name Drake translates to snake or dragon. I was wondering that. I was like, well, why does he have an owl as his mascot when he calls himself Drake? They're telling you who they are. But again, we don't want to believe it. These things be in our face, y'all. These things be in our face. Somebody telling you to pray for them and they keeping their body count down. What did you think this person was telling you? They're keeping their body count down. They finessing like a trap bounce. They finessing, making sure they don't get caught covering up their tracks. When somebody telling you they're keeping their body count down, what you thought they was talking about sex? They talking about murder count. Are you crazy? Are you crazy right now? I told y'all these bots are going to come in here because they're soulless and they have nothing else better to do than to troll on my channel. So y'all already know they coming in here. The nurse came in. We missed what you said. I would go back and watch the live again. We were just telling you, that we're sending you love. We're sending you healing energy. We're sending you love energy. It's a lot that's about to pop off, y'all. And it has to. You and I have birthed a new generation of children who, they're going to inherit foolishness. What else they're going to inherit? Are they even going to make it to an age where they can inherit this earth? Because the way that they going, this adrenochrome, honey, is running out. These people are losing their minds. You know the withdrawal symptoms for when you can't have your adrenochrome. Do you know what the body goes through when they can't have their adrenochrome? Huh? Do you know what the withdrawal symptoms are like? These people will damn near die if they can't have their young baby bodies. Y'all better come on, wake up. You act like your kids ain't subjected to this. What happened to Kanika Jenkins? Huh? You don't think she was caught up in a bigger scheme or that was going on at that hotel? Huh? How was they able to just settle out of court and just quiet it down? Huh? It's a lot. It's a lot. Stop acting like, things are not untouchable because you're not big or well known in the industry. This shit is happening in everyday life. It is happening in everyday life. Thank you, Miss Dana. Yeah, that boule shit is over with. Hey, pretty effing awesome. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you been? Listen, I knew that I knew that Big Lip and the whore was trying to move up to a bigger position of power when Mr. Avant and his wife left here. The black godfather who is supposed to have been the advocate for the fair treatment of minorities in the industry, particularly in the music industry. But again, you have to ask yourself this question. If that man, and again, I'm just posing a good question, okay? It's my right to be able to pose a question. I'm well, thank you for asking. Hey, everybody coming in here. The question, and I want to have this dialogue with y'all if y'all don't mind. If Mr. Avant was placed as the black godfather in the industry to make sure that fairness and equality was happening amongst the people in the industry that he was servicing, then how come we still have these stories like that about Chris Cross? Why do we have these stories about these women like Carrie Hilson? Why do we still have these stories about these women like A. Marie? Why didn't Ashanti get any help with at the time that it was happening? I'm not talking about years down the line now. I'm talking about before it became public knowledge. Why weren't people who was messed over like Khalees and all these other people who were in the industry? Why didn't they not get their just due service if this person was put in the industry to help with fairness and equality? I have a hard time believing that you're just put there for fairness and equality. Thank you for your subscription, everyone. Thank you for your subscription. I'm asking that question. If you have people that's in that industry that's being put there to make sure that fairness and equality is happening around them in that particular industry that they're servicing, then why wasn't it? Why do we still have stories of people being screwed over? So it just, and look, man, rest in peace to that man and his wife. Because guess what? He was a pawn in on a much bigger chessboard than what he even thought. Because, they always say, just when you think you are higher up, you move just a little bit up higher and you actually see how long of that ladder that goes up there, and you're like, wow, it's really up there. And then as you start climbing up, you're like, oh, I thought you were the CEO, but you're really not? Wait, who is? And then this person over here is. Yeah, listen, I truly believe we are getting ready to see the uncovering of shadow government very soon. I do believe that. I believe that the people that were nameless and faceless are getting ready to show their faces, and we're getting ready to know their names. And they hide behind billionaires like Elon Musk. They hide behind people like Bill Snakes. They do. And these people, there's no fucking reason why these people need all of this money. Why do they need all of this money? Why? Why do you feel like you need all of this money? There is nothing you're doing for your community. Nothing. I lied. I'm sorry. They are doing something for the community. Yeah, they're keeping the community broke. They're keeping the community docile. They are keeping the community stoned. They're doing a lot for the community. They're just benefiting from the detriment of the community that they're helping. It's sick. It's disgusting. All right, Miss D from the D, thank you so much. So it's a lot that's about to go down. It's a lot that's getting ready to be uncovered, and may the souls of the people who are innocent and got caught up in a lot of this craziness be the cries from the earth, from the graves that they are now laying in. May their cries be heard and they be vindicated, not just in the courts of law, but even also in the spiritual courts. It's a lot of people that are in the ground because they knew too much. Not because they were involved in craziness or they were involved in something. It was just people knew too much. Not everybody was participating in that foolishness. There's a lot that's going on. It's a lot that's going down. And the illusions are breaking. The illusions and the deceptions are breaking. Tinseltown don't have power no more. Tinseltown does not have power anymore. And if you go there, you'll feel the energy. It feels dry. It feels destitute. It does. It feels dry and it feels destitute. And they let a lot of them bots in. They let them get famous, and now they're snitching. Let's see how NBA YoungBoy is going fare. Majority, a lot of your favorites are rats and work with the feds or one of the ABC folks. Some of your favorites, some of your biggest ones are already plants. They're plants. Look, we have industry plants that we have not acknowledged. See, look, we acknowledge the obvious ones like Sexy Red and what's that other girl named, the little baby who kind of looks slightly like she got Down syndrome? Child, like the one who be wearing the red hair. I'm not even trying to be funny, but she to me she looks like she has a slight touch of Down syndrome. What's her name? And I'm not saying that to be ugly. I've worked with children with Down syndrome. Even my child who passed away, she passed away from different things she had. She didn't have Down syndrome, but she had like cranial synostosis. She had a lot of other things. And rest in peace to my child. I'ma always rep my baby on this channel. But to me, she does. She looks like she has a slight touch. What's her name? Ice Spice. Thank you. That's her name. The obvious ones, Glorilla. We don't see the obvious plants. But what about the plants of our era? Huh? You don't think the Whore of Babylon was a plant? She was. She was a very successful plant. We have a lot of different plants in our time that was meant to you know what I'm saying? The whole West Coast, in my humble opinion, that gangster rap stuff was straight plants. And what was that a plant for? The prison pipeline, direct prison pipeline. I'm telling you who we are, Judah. We are a people that music affects us a little bit more different than it does everybody else. They have been piping poison into our communities forever, and we have allowed it. We've allowed it. Spiritually, how you dismantle them and how it can translate over into the physical realm is that you have to spiritually start to dismantle these things one by one. And it has to be with the individual. It has to be with the individual. And bit by bit. It ain't got to be cold turkey. It's okay. Do it bit by bit. Yeah, they locking up them rappers based on their lyrics. Then, hey, maybe they'll start rapping about better shit then. Maybe they won't be so reckless with their mouth. Is that why Jay-Z said he asked the courts to not use the lyrics of a rapper? Because it may not necessarily be true. It's an art form. Now it's because y'all done said some shit in y'all music that can put y'all under scrutiny in the court, in the eyes of the court. You go back and hear all of this shit he done said in his stuff alone. Don't even talk about his wife, just him. She got some stuff too. Y'all need to stop. It's at this point in time, and I'm an artist myself. I'm a musician. I don't just sing. I'm a creator of music. I play instruments, bro. I'm a bona fide writer. I wrote on a whole movie soundtrack, just me. I was a writer on a whole entire movie soundtrack. They got nods from film festivals. I know what goes on behind the scenes on how to create a song. And it does depend on who that music is coming through, that is conveying the message, that's either going to heal or hurt the masses when it's released. I know how people be in them studios doing them fucking rituals. I have seen certain things pop off, and I'm not with the shit. I was calling it out then, and I'm calling it out now. You got to be prepared. This ain't for the weak. It's not. Yes, Dana, spiritual cleansing is imperative. Yeah, Hollywood does know how to pick them. Hollywood likes them with a broken spirit. Y'all, listen. We have a lot of celebrities. We're seeing a mass case of people who have stolen identities of real folks, real people, real. I'm not playing. I am not playing. It's a reason why certain people are not alive today in that industry, for other people to thrive. Stealing essence, stealing energy, harvesting energy thieves. That stuff is real, bro. You go to work, and what do they give you in exchange for you working for them? A paycheck. What is that paycheck really, in essence? Think about it. Let's break that down. What is that paycheck saying? You came in, you put in this amount of work, you did this, and because you've done this for this amount of time, for this long, this is how much we're going to pay you. They're literally putting a price on the energy you give them. You are agreeing to the price for the amount of energy you pledge to give these people. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We all working. It's who you working for. It's who you pledging with. The same thing. You think that when you listen to these people's music, you're not pledging with them? You are in coercion with them. You are in cahoots with whatever they in cahoots with. Whether you believe it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. You cannot sit here and say you ain't with the devil shit if you still listening to your some of these artists out here. You are with devil shit. You just don't know you are with the devil shit. Listen, I don't know what Rafiki the government get. What you mean you don't know what? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, you're gonna have a lot of people again. When you start calling things for what it is, and you see things for what it is, and you telling people it's time to choose. Look, we all got. I keep trying to tell y'all this. We all got to choose. At the end of the day, we all have to choose what's popping off in our lives. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not. You're coming into a common agreement with something or someone. When I say I'm on the side of the good fight, I believe that the power should be with the people and not just everybody. people who are wise enough to make the decisions for everybody else to glean off of the good decisions. I'm talking about eradicating homelessness. I'm talking about getting rid of all of this stuff that is helping to push our youth further and further into destruction. I'm talking about eradicating all of it. I'm talking about being able to get the financial system back in place to where people can actually retire and enjoy their retirement. Not because they're worried they can't live off their retirement and then they got to go and get a part-time job in their retirement age. You mean to tell me these people worked all their life just to retire and then have to go back and get a part-time job because they can't afford to live off their retirement? That's sick and disgusting to me. I hear you, Loft. I hear you, Loft. It's a lot going on right now. And again, you know what I'm saying? Look, there's nothing wrong with keeping up with all of this stuff. If you want to continue to keep watching what's going on with Diddy and going on in that arena, fine. That's okay. I I think that people should tune into the demise of these demons. I do. And thankfully, all these holes is going down. All of them. It ain't just him. He's a small fish. He seemed like he the big one because he was the flashy one. I always did say that nigga wanted to be Nino Brown. And Jay-Z wants to be Frank White. Jay-Z wants to be Frank White. And very soon we're going to find out these rappers have ties to these cartels. And a lot of these people are going to be going down. And believe it or not, some of these people who look like they big ain't nothing but drug mules for bigger people. And everybody that's been calling themselves untouchables are about to be touched. They're being touched as I speak. Wobbly Wong, ain't nobody scared of your goddamn opinion. Don't block him. Don't block him. I don't give a damn. You come in here and say hell Satan all you want. You yourself don't even know what you worship. Just like a lot of them Christians don't know what they worship. That, to me, you just sound like another form of a wacko Christian. You talking about hell Satan. Do you even know who Satan is? You don't know. Because if you did know, you wouldn't be saying hell Satan. There's another name that you're looking for. That's how I know you some bottom feeder, surface level motherfuckers. Oh, I ain't afraid at all. I'm not afraid at all. I have no fear. I have no fear because I know the truth. I know the truth. And you don't. Man, it feels so freeing. Y'all know that? There's a certain level of truth that comes and hits you, and it just frees you the fuck up. It's like you ain't gotta be afraid. You ain't gotta be scared because you just know. It's like, man, this shit is powerful. I can see why folks would want to take you out of here when you just got all the juice. The only reason why I'm going to block your stupid ass is because you being an idiot. It ain't going to be because of no hell Satan. That shit don't bother me at all. It doesn't. It doesn't bother me at all. A lot of people who are into satanic practices are people who really didn't get a lot of love at home. And that's majority of the truth. Others are just being led astray because they feel like that they are being free and are being they're able to freely do and worship or do something as they please because quote unquote Satan to them represents a form of rebellion, when really in reality the Satanist church has boundaries as well. So again, I'll say this to anybody who's listening who calls themselves a Satanist: you are not free. You are not in a rebellious energy. You are also lost, like some of these Christians out here. Okay? And that's just the meat of the matter. Oh no, I don't know it all, baby, but what I do know, I'm highly confident in. So with that being said, your dumb ass is being blocked. And for those of you who are Christian fanatics, if you read your Bible correctly, Christ told you not to worship him. There's not a scripture in that Bible, me being a former minister who used to teach the gospel, there's not one chapter in there, scripture in there, where he's telling you to worship him. So you are being found guilty of idolatry. But you don't want to hear that either because you're so stuck in what the pastor told you last Sunday. You're not getting an understanding for yourself. And last time I checked, that word tells you, in all thy getting, get an understanding. There is not one scripture in there that tells you Christ saying worship me. He never says that. Christ never told you to worship him. He always directs worship to the Father. And see, I grew up in an era where the Bible said Father, Mother, God. But see, they took that out too. But again, some of y'all don't want to do your research because the truth is some of y'all heads would be blown by the truth. You better get to know the Most High for who the Most High is, not from what you were taught. Can folks just learn and live with a pure heart? Why y'all get so fixated? Religion is kicking people's ass. Child, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I don't give a damn what anybody say. You can call it Buddha, you can call it Allah, you can call it Jesus, you can call it whatever. I choose to call it love. And if you're not operating in love, I don't want to hear it. I don't. It's so many people I have seen that tries to recruit people for church and they don't have a loving spirit. They have a gossiping energy. They have an evil energy. They don't like you. They measuring you up against themselves. They looking at your life so they can pick you apart. I don't want to hear none of that Christian shit. If it ain't love, I don't want to hear it. I don't care who you represent in the earth. Allah, anybody. If you ain't coming in love, fuck ya. That tells a lot about who you are. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I have came too far in this life. I was raised in that church. I was raised in that harlot church system. That's a harlot church system. I cannot stand in a religion that points fingers at other people while allowing pastors to molest kids in the congregation. I can't do it. Mister, have you ever been swallowed up and you following him and your whole life is in shambles? You ain't even living what the hell you over here trying to recruit me to believe in. You're not even living what you believe. Because if you lived what you believe, I will see the fruits of your love. I will see the labors of your love. Ain't no love nowhere there. That's right. That's right, God is power. If you ain't coming in love, fuck you. Yeah, you can say Jesus is love. And there's people who believe Allah is love. And there's people who believe that Buddha is love. And there's other people who believe that Muhammad is love. There's people out there that believe that other things is love. And if they are going, and if they're living by what they actually believe, then that means that they have a moral compass where they look. Let me tell y'all this. Everybody got a set of commandments they live by. I want y'all to stop thinking what you believe is the end all be all. What you believe is not the end all be all. There is somebody in some part of the world that has lived and will die not knowing who you're preaching about. Whether, I don't care if it can be any religion you're preaching. It can be the religion of the mantises. I don't know. I'm just making something up. The pumpkin faith. The lemonade religion. Apples and oranges. The church of apples and oranges. I don't care what it is you believe or you create to believe. If it ain't rooted in love, it ain't real. Period. It's a lot of bloodshed that has happened in the name of Christendom. Thank you for subscribing. At the end of the day, that's just what it's about. That's what it's about. Love will keep you from offing and unaliving your neighbor. Love will keep you from stealing. Love will keep you from lying. Love will keep you from doing a lot of craziness and foolishness in the world. We see a lot of lawlessness because people are devoid of love. They don't have love. Love is the real answer to all of this. That's what keeps you divided. They look in this matrix that we live in. They have created so many different codes to keep you boxed in, to keep you locked down, so you won't be able to move forward as a conglomerate, as a collective, as a whole. And you dummies keep falling for the okie doke. You keep falling for the, I'm a Muslim and you're a Christian, so we can't get along. That's not love. That is not love. Love covers a multitude of sin. Love, if we as a people in this world was rooted in love, there would be no more crime. There would be no more homelessness. Tell me that I'm wrong. And have proof that I'm wrong. Because that's what we ain't tried yet. Love on a global scale would eradicate all this shit. Put it down. Put down all of this other fuckery that we keep preaching that ain't been helping for eons and decades. How come there's a church and a liquor store on every corner? And the more churches pop up, the more poverty pop up. Come on, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't left the flow yet. And I come from the church. I was raised in the church. I was a preacher's kid. I was in the church. A full-blown minister in the church. I've seen the ins and outs. I have read the books that these pastors go and get from theologian school, and they teach them how to inflect their voices or how to manipulate the masses. I'm telling you, I have seen it with my own eyes. I'm not talking about Google. I have seen it. How they teach you how to manipulate people with your voice, and they use Martin Luther King as their focal point on how to teach people, or how to use, and they say how to use your charisma. So you mean to tell me that ain't the Holy Spirit? Oh, it's charisma. It's not the Ruach HaKodesh. It's charisma. People using emotions to make you give. What are you giving to? That pastor ain't done building the new roof yet on the church? And yet you're sitting there And when your light bill needs to be paid, or you get in between a rock and a hard place, you can't go to your pastor and ask him for help. Very few pastors are out there doing that, because they'll lose their nonprofit status if they start helping the community. Y'all better wake up. Wake the hell up. It's a lot going on. And all of this stuff is being shown what it is. How long are you? This is the true question. How long are you looking at me right now? How long are you going to ignore the truth? You got elders coming out of the church saying it's been a lie. You got this whole construct and system. All these different systems were used to keep us docile and stupid and dumbed down so that we would not grab onto the thing that matters, which is love. You mean to tell me, oh my God, you mean to tell me, Rafiki, it's just that simple? Yes, it is. It's that simple. It is that simple. It is that simple. Love would win this all. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Prove that I'm wrong. Prove that I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I may be wrong in a lot of things, and I'm fine with being wrong. I have no problem with that. I'm not in my behind, so I'm not egotistical. I have no problem with being wrong, but I know that's the one thing I'm not wrong in. I'm not wrong in that. We have not tried it on a global scale yet. What's pretty effing awesome? I know, huh? Cuss girls in the house. Shoot. That's why I always say love is key. Love is the key. It's the master key. That's the one key that opens up all the doors. Did you know that? It's the one key that opens up all doors. It fits in any lock and it can open up any door. It's love. Isn't that what the great prophet, Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach said? Isn't that what the many other prophets before him said? Ain't that what the prophets that are in your faces saying? Listen, it's not just about talking about love, it's being about love. Do y'all know when y'all give, and I've been saying this and I have been proving this over and over again. The only reason why I don't put it on social media like that is because me personally, I don't feel comfortable with putting it on social media. But there's people around me that can prove to y'all that I'm not lying. Do y'all know when y'all give to me, when y'all give to my Cash App, I literally do take a certain amount of money per month and I put it toward helping the homeless locally where I'm at. Y'all are helping me make a difference locally where I'm at. If I could be put in a position of power to change things on a global scale, y'all, I would have did it yesterday. It hurts to see how this world is just evolving, but it has to happen like this. It has to happen like this so people like me, who feels like me, can feel the conviction of what's going on, so we can just be the change, man. Be the change. Be the fucking change. I was helping the homeless when I was homeless. I don't say this to get no accolades, bro. I don't have nobody patting me on the back. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I really want to be a part of the change. It's a lot of stuff y'all done helped me do y'all ain't see. I done came on here and told y'all a few things. But y'all, listen, that's why I say, whoever ride with me, ride with me. I pray for y'all all the time. Some people got channels because they want that clout. They do. And I'm not knocking none of that. You got people who's supposed to be bots. You know, they supposed to be the fillers of the world. They fill in shit. You know what I'm saying? They give you the dumb stuff. They give you it's just fluff. Let's just watch this bogus shit until real stuff pop up. Yeah, they have people who, this whole world is a stage. We all playing our part. Some of us is just playing a real part. We're not over here being a fucking bot and being lost in this world and wanting to be something we ain't. Some of us is out here really, you know, reflecting change, bro, in the earth, and that's really what it's about. I just hate it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't want to be crying on this line. One of the reasons why it bothers me so much is because of these kids, bro. These babies. I don't think y'all understand. The Galactic Council has been really putting this out there, and a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna say this: the Galactic Councils, the different councils, the councils of light, the councils of the violet flame, the Venetian Council, the Orion Council, even certain other councils of so-called sworn enemies. Like they have a council that's made of the Draconians that really are not into um, convoluting the world anymore. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? There are different councils that are working together, but they can only do so much. They have vowed that they would not intervene in earthly affairs like that. But do y'all understand that they have been intervening more now than ever? Do y'all understand that? Do y'all know that there has been more interventions of the galactic councils more now than ever, and they really don't intervene like that, bro. It's a lot that's popping off because there may not even be an earth to inherit if we continue to keep going this way and then keep looking the other way and keep acting like we're in so much fear that we can't intervene. We can intervene. We can intervene, y'all. Love can stand in the face of fear, folks. Love has been standing in the face of fear. You got to get so fed up with these people controlling you with fear that you just say, fuck it. I stand up anyway. I speak out anyway. I'm a doer and not just a talker. Y'all, come on. I'm for real. Tyrone, just give your life to God and let him fight your battles. You got to do work. You have to do the work. Last time I checked, the children of Israel did not take the promised land by just praying and being passive. They walked around the walls of Jericho for 7 days, and on the seventh day, the trumpet blew. The walls fell, and they went to war. You tell me when they ain't never had to do nothing. Just because Moses was over there parting the Red Sea, Moses was using action. Don't be passive, brother. You talking passive right now. That's a passive energy. We're not passive no more. The days of passivity is over with the days or with the age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the action age. Ain't nobody being passive no more. You preaching passivity. You want things. You contributing to a problem when you're preaching passivity. That's the spirit of passivity. And I rebuke that and I send that back to from which it comes from. To be spiritually set free is to also have it physically done in your life. If I'm going to be blessed in the city and blessed in the field, blessed when I'm going and blessed when I'm coming, that's physical. But I have to align myself spiritually to receive those blessings physically. Everything that has happened in the physical realm is an active action of what has happened already in the spiritual. So to be passive in the spiritual is to be passive in the physical. We don't preach passivity over here, brother, in love. That's some passivity. We're not doing that. That's passive. give your life to God and let God fight your battles. I'm not telling you who to give your life to, and if to give your life at all. What I'm telling you is that whatever you choose, make sure you choose love. Love is an action word. And at the end of the day, ain't nothing gonna happen by osmosis. It's not gonna fall out the sky. You still have to put forth an effort. If you want to be blessed, what are you going to do in return to get the... It's a lot of conditions in that Bible, y'all. Keep pushing. It's a lot of conditions. In order for you to be blessed in the city and blessed in the field, you better go back and read Deuteronomy 28, chapters 1 through 14. It's a lot you got to do in order to get those Deuteronomy blessings. And if you ain't aligning yourself to get those Deuteronomy blessings, you ain't going to get them Deuteronomy blessings. Because in chapter Deuteronomy 28, verses 15 through 68, there's a lot of Deuteronomy curses when you don't do what he's asking you to do. So we're not going there. We're not going there, honey. That's right. God is love. And whatever you choose to call God, I'm not going to sit here and argue you and tell you if you're calling God Jesus, you're wrong. If you're calling God, you're wrong. All of this other stuff. But what you're not going to do is think you can come and push some shit down anybody's throat here. What I am telling you is that God is love. I don't care what you call God. Buddha, Muhammad, Allah, I don't care. As long as you got God love, you got God. You can call it the source, the light, whatever you want to call it. It's best be love. Better be love. I have never seen, listen, all I know is when Christians recruit people, it's very violent. It's violent. It's very most not all, most Christians, because I don't want to put all Christians in a hat. Some Christians are truly lovable, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You got your good and your bad and everything and everybody. You got your good and you got your bad. You know what I'm saying? But majority of them, when they want to recruit you, they're very pushy. Why you got to be pushy? God ain't pushy. Love is not pushy. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love does not boast. And a lot of people are not patient. A lot of people are not kind, and they're boastful. And you want to tell me you're coming as a representative of your God? Who wants to be on the side of your God when you're representing like that? I pass. I pass. Come correct and come in love. And the Satanists can't say they coming in love because they let you know they coming in chaos. And what they don't understand is that Satan, Hasatan, that word actually translates into opponent, not enemy. Your enemy and your opponent is actually two different energies. An opponent can be someone you are in a boxing ring with. It does not mean that's your enemy. That's just somebody you're facing against. Your enemy is someone who is against you. Your opponent is someone you have to face at that time for whatever reason. Now, if your opponent is your enemy, that's a different story. Even Satan is an instrument of God. Necessary evil has to exist. Evil exists to prove that good exists. That polarity and duality has to be there. So your Satanists don't understand that because they allow their hatred to overcome them. They allow, look, every low vibrational root is fear. You hate what you fear. I'm not talking about Lucifer, y'all. I'm talking about Satan, Hasatan. Lucifer, Satan, two different energies. We say, well, Lucifer became the devil when he fell for... Okay, I'm not going to go there. That's a different video. Some of the same people who believe that are still the same people who believe Jesus was born on Christmas. It says Jewish tax season, right? Back in those days, that was April. honey. He was a Aries Pisces. He was crucified around Christmas, but we don't want to talk about that. Some of y'all, a lot of people don't do their research. They're afraid. Fear. Anger's root is fear. Guilt, shame, fear is the root. You can call out any low vibration, red rum, murder, gluttony, greed, vanity, all of that shit is fear. All of it is fear. All of it is fear. And that's how they recruit those Satanists. Fear. How did they recruit our parents into Christianity? Fear. Fire and brimstone. You're going to go to hell if you don't believe this. If you don't give your life to Christ, you go into hell. You mean to tell me your God wanted me under the guise of fear? That's not God. God is not fear. Fear is not God. God is love. And if God is love, then that means God is not fear. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. So how the hell are you recruiting people under the spirit of fear? That's not God. My God. Y'all don't want to hear it. But I understand, because I'm deconstructing a lot of people's mindsets right now, and see that Stockholm syndrome and that combative energy of wanting to fight against what you feel is true. I was there, honey. I've been there. You couldn't tell me this 10 years ago. You could not tell me some of this 10 years ago. I was against it. I would not believe you. But you see, I love truth far too much. I love love far too much to stay blinded. And I had vowed that I was going to search for the truth, not just for me, but for my children, because I knew that I was born in this time, in this season, to be alive at this time, to be an adult in this season, to be able to break curses on both sides of my family so my children could live free. And if that meant me deconstructing what I thought to be the truth, then so be it. Yes, fear can take you to a right path. But then how it can't sustain you there. It can't sustain you. So you're trying to say that fear can get you saved. But what fear is gonna keep you there? What's gonna keep you there? You know, they say your gifts makes room for you and will bring you before great men. And I will never forget when the Holy Spirit told me, yeah, your gifts will bring you, but your character is what's going to keep you. See, you can't act a fool just because you got talent. Talent ain't just what's going to keep you where your talent can bring you. You start acting a fool and see how fast folks get rid of you. People don't want to put up with that foolery. And you can't blame them nowadays. It's so much fluff and fakeness out here. It's disrespectful. And when are you Christians going to start calling out your leaders? Y'all come on my channel so much. Call out your leaders that you so are behind. Who you love so much. Call them niggas out. Don't come to me, because I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. Whether you know it or not. Whether you believe it or not. That's on you. You take what you want and run with it. But fear is not of God. I don't give a damn how you dress it up. Fear is not of God. And that entity fear, let me tell y'all something. The actual entity fear is so horrendous. It could stop a heart looking at it. It is very horrendous. I will never forget when that thing was trying to materialize in my living room years ago when I lived in Louisiana. And I could feel my heart being affected by it. I had to call on love. I had to call on the Holy Spirit to get that thing off of me. It was trying to materialize in my face. And I could feel the thing affecting my physical heart. This was years ago. I ain't got no reason to lie. Terrell, come with something new. I already said I know that's true. But then what's going to keep you there? Come with something different. Fear doesn't bring loyalty though. It makes you harbor animosity because fear didn't have to be used to put you on that path. Listen, when I tell you I understand, I understand. That's why I said I'm not, you're right. When I said I'm not against fear leading you to the right path. I'm not against that. I'm not against it. But you better be careful when fear is being used. You can't be upset when people get upset that this was the way that they was coerced. I get it. But see, again, God, aka love, sometimes I say the Most High, sometimes I say love. But love knows how to do what to do. It's an individual basis. If fear got to be used to save your life, then that's what's going to be used. But what I'm saying is that fear is not of God. Oh, God is power. You own it. How to make a Negro Christian, honey. My God. My God. Well, you can say call on Jesus. Why are you here? Why y'all on call on Jesus? I've called on Jesus before. I told you I used to be a minister. You call on Jesus. Fine, you do what you do. And I'm going to do what I do. And we're going to see where the chips fall. And it is what it is. Because I'm going to keep saying it. At the end of the day, if you ain't got love, you ain't got shit. But you're here watching me. Watching me. And I'm a seer. They call me a reader. I got all the tarot cards and all the oracle cards. Have I ran y'all yet? Ooh, she played with the devil. Yes, bye. I want y'all to run. Because y'all don't understand. They did this in the biblical days. What you thought casting lots were? They used forms of divination in the Bible. And I'm not talking about your so-called heretics or your harlots. I'm talking about people who are called the children of God. They did this. They just use different forms. They're not ready for it. These are a bunch of people who want to be seen. I know who Jesse Lee Peterson is. I don't need to watch him. Yes, them cards are not of Jesus. I mean, that's your opinion. And you don't have to be heard here. You can go somewhere else and say that shit. No one cares. No one cares about your opinion. I don't give a fuck. I come from out the church. I'm very content with where I'm at in my spiritual walk. And I have never been more aligned with love in my life. I was steeped in fear in Christianity. I did not feel free, and I didn't know that I wasn't free. When you don't know freedom, you don't know what to want. I was very much so bound. Yes, I was. Looking back, I hated it. Yeah, I was being used and abused all up and through the church. I'm not going back for shit. What I will hold on to is my morals, and I know love is what's keeping me. Love is what's protecting me and my children. Love is what's getting me by. So I can't sit here and say that for the rest. I'm not going to knock you. If Christ is your journey in this lifetime, then Christ is your journey in this lifetime. May God speed you. May Christ guide you. May God garrison your life and your heart. And may Jesus walk with you all the days of your life. I'm not against that. That's your journey, not mine. Your fucking journey. And if you can't respect anyone else's journey, then you are not of God. You're not. Because God is love. I'm going to keep saying that shit over and over again. A lot of y'all is in these lives, in the live, being a fucking troll for the devil. And you're calling yourself a Christ lover. You're not. You're a demon. You're a demon person. You're full of Satan. Well, I'm not going to make fun of Jesus. Alancita, I could have said your name wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not going to make fun of Jesus because I have no animosity. I've moved on. I have moved on, and I'm in a very much so better place for it. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful. If some of these homeless people be asking for prayer, I pray with them. I ask them what do they believe in, and I meet them where they are. You know, that's really how you're supposed to do it. But because people are so fucking closed-minded, you are a walking Bible. You are the Bible. A lot of y'all ain't shit. If I hurt your feelings, then it applies to you. A lot of y'all ain't shit. Because when your life is looked at, you are a fuck up. You don't represent nothing you speak. You don't represent nothing you're saying out of your mouth. You represent zero, nada, zilch. You ain't nothing you claim you represent. You are a wannabe Christian. And you down with the shits like the rest of these evil assholes that's out here. That's why I say, a lot of people, you just let them run their mouth, and they will show you who they are eventually. Just let them run their fucking mouths. Don't run from them. Get so anchored in who you are and what you represent, to where it's not that you're being combative. Say what you need to say, and then see how people respond. And then from there, you can block people, cut them off, or whatever. But at the end of the day, baby, if they not walking with love, you're going to be able to tell. Because half of them people ain't leaving off their couch to make a difference in their community, let alone bring somebody to a real righteous place in their life. Fuck them people. But Tyrone, you was just talking about something else. Now you saying live a meaningful life. Honey, I'm a need for you to be solid in what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to be solid in what you're saying, because there's eyes on you right now. You have eyes on you. You have eyes on you when you leave your house. You have eyes on you when you walking in your house. When you leave and you go, when you come and go, you have eyes on you. And look, if Jesus Christ is your thing, be solid in that, brother. That's all. Just be solid. If Allah is y'all shit, be solid in it. Be solid in it. Get well versed in what you are preaching, because you become a walking, talking Bible of the very thing that you're talking. And when your mouth is not lining up with you, how you live, you are a walking contradictory, and you will be exposed. That's anybody, any of us. Any of us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. All of us are subjugated to judgment. We came in this three-dimensional matrix to be subjugated under judgment. We're seeing some demons get to their judgment a little bit more faster than others. And thank God it's happening that way. You said seeing some of the comments, you wonder, do they go that hard for people that choose not to pray to Jesus? No, they not in Beyonce's comments saying this shit. They in mine. They not in Jay-Z shit saying this. They are mine. They're mine. And here I am making a difference in the community that I'm a part of, that where I live in my local place. And I made it very clear that y'all are helping me do that. Y'all are helping me make a difference where I live. And though it's a small wave that I'm doing, because it's just me and my loved ones, but nevertheless, it's a wave. And I'm grateful that y'all are helping me do this. And I've been saying this shit years ago, and I'm still standing 10 toes down and 20 feet strong. I don't give a fuck if I'm the only person in the world screaming like this. I'm going to always stand on what I say. Always. I ain't scared of nothing. I done proved that too many times. I'm going to stand on what I say. And that's just what it is. I don't have no issues with what people say. Just stand on it. And be well versed in what you're saying. Because when you open up your mouth and you really don't know what the fuck you're saying, you look stupid. You look stupid. And most people who are talking about Christianity, most of them don't even know what they're saying. This is why I particularly speak to them in this manner. because I grew up in it and I know what time it is. I know what time it is, and that's why I'm where I'm at. You know, look, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Jesus loves me. Oh, yes, he does. How we know? For Bible tells me so. I can sit here and say that, but if Jesus is love, then that's what I choose to believe in. But if I switch down the line and I feel that another particular arena like Allah may serve me better, and I feel that I can find love in Allah, that's exactly what I listen. 12 steps. When you trying to get better from alcohol and drug abuse, they don't give a fuck who you believe in. All they say is, we want you to acknowledge your problems and at least come in here believing in something bigger than you. Because when you anchor your faith in something bigger than you, then you understand that that's what's going to get you through. You know why? Because your mind is the most powerful computer that has ever existed. Your mind. Your mind. The reason why we have computers and phones is because somebody's mind, it came through somebody's mind. The first computer is you. Your mind. Your mind tells you how your body should move. Your arm being raised, me getting up off the floor, me running, me walking, me skipping, me laying down, me getting up, me using the bathroom, me eating, me throwing up. All of this is happening because my mind is telling my body what to do. That is the original computer. And at the end of the day, like I said, if it's not leading you to love, you ain't got shit. I don't care who you believe in. Love is the healer. Love is the elixir. That is the fountain of youth. That's the everlasting life. Love. Love came and placed itself in harm's way. Love is what is the redeemer. You want a redeemer? Love. Call on love. If love is going to help you get off the drugs, thank God. Love's going to help you get yourself in a better energy. That's love. Love. Yes, God is power. I'm with you, honey. Hey, everybody coming in. You right, Miss T. You said for the people that chose not to pray to Jesus, whatever you serve, serves you. Whatever serves you, serves you. Yeah. I don't understand the pressure of some people that majority of us melanated people, we grew up with pressuring each other. We don't understand that religion has been used in age-old feuds. Religions is still. Do you know the Papal Inquisition? We're still seeing the remnants of that. Wars are being fought in the name of religions in 2024, and we're not even acknowledging it for what it is. What is this Hamas shit? Huh? What is it? What is it? Can somebody tell me what this Iran and Pakistan and Palestine and whatever? I'm sorry, but tell me, what is it about? Hey, everybody that's coming in, love y'all. Sending love to y'all. You said, wrestle not with demons, to many thoughts in most people's brain. Yeah, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Yeah, we wrestle not. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God, to the pulling down of strongholds and casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against God, against the knowledge of God. But what is God? God is love. God is love. For the weapons of our warfare are not physical, carnal, but are mighty. If God is love, we can call God love, right? But are mighty through love through the pulling down of strongholds. What is a stronghold? It's an entity or aka a deity that goes against love. Is a stronghold. It's holding up a fort to go against whatever you are coming with. Casting down imaginations. What is an imagination? An illusion, a deception. And every high thing, since y'all always want to say demons are low vibrational, but why do they say new levels, new devils? Which means even high vibrational beings can be demonic. Every high thing against the knowledge of who? God, which is what? Love. So every high thing against the knowledge of love. Our weapons that we use is one weapon. It really is, and it's love. I don't know why we as humans want to complicate shit. We complicate. So I'm telling you, the IQ of most Americans is very small. We love complicating things and then complaining about that it's complicated. When we complicate things ourselves, it's very simple. It's called love. It's extremely simple. You make it complicated because you want it to be complicated. But if everybody picked up, look, if everybody put down all the weapons that they used to fight with and pick up love, there will be no reason for war. War is a byproduct of fear. All that anger, all that rage, I still ask the question, ain't nobody answer me. Please help me understand. What is this war with Hamas and Palestine and Israel for? What is the basis of it? Do we really know the truth? Because I bet you if you pull back the layer, it's going to be religion. Everybody keeps saying, well, they've been fighting over this piece of land. Well, why? Why are they fighting over the piece of land? Huh? You know why they fighting over that piece of land? Because they believe it's holy. Why do they believe it's holy? Because their Bible in Judaism, right? Their Bible tells them that it's holy. And the Muslims tell them that this particular sliver of land is holy. Again, here we go with the fucking religious wars. We're still on religion. No one still has not yet told me where I'm wrong at. I want to be wrong. Help me to understand where I'm wrong so I can get a better understanding. Because, listen, understanding helps me get knowledge. Knowledge helps me to create wisdom. I want to help to be free. I don't want to be bound by any illusions of lies and slander. Please help me understand the truth. Prove to me where I'm wrong so I can get a better understanding. I'm not bumping up against nobody. I'm not egotistical. I'm asking for real help. Show me where I'm wrong. I don't think I am. And unfortunately, I'm right. Because it would make more sense for me to be wrong. You know why? Because it proves to me that a lot of people would rather fight than to love. That's how much ego we have on this earth. That's what's serving us as a whole, as a people right now on this earth. It ain't nothing but fucking egos and dick measuring contests. Everybody want to be in power. Don't nobody want change. Don't nobody want change. How long as a people are we going to continue to do? Are we going to actually see peace and safety in our day? I'm asking for all the millennials and the ones older than me. All millennials and older than me. Are we going to see peace and safety on our day? That's a real question. I want to hear your opinions. I have faith in love. I have faith in love, Santiago. And I'll take real righteous love in whatever form I can get it in. And if that comes in the form of me talking to my Muslim sister in the store not too long ago, and we're having that beautiful conversation, and she's telling me that God is love, and we were having this same conversation while I was in a store, and we sat there for hours and talked in a store and embraced each other. She felt love from me and I felt love from her, and that's all that mattered. And guess what? We believe in two different things. But the sister showed me true love because The word Islam means peace. And in order for you to be a part of Islam, you must be a part of peace. But are we asking for these people to be passive? We shouldn't ask for people to be passive when they're being innocently violated. People get that twisted. See, they want you to believe in a certain religion so you can become docile and don't fight back. And that's what's been happening for centuries. We as a people have been docile and we have not been fighting back because we're afraid. And if you did believe in the God of the Bible, you would know that God is not just love, but of war. And you would start cutting off heads as well. But you see, you ain't about that life. You are very docile and you're very quiet. You know what? Congratulations for you getting free, Jalen. Congratulations for you getting free, honey. It's a lot of different religions out there that's just really they it's a lot of different cults. And if we start calling it for what it is, maybe we'll really start seeing things for what it truly is. It's a lot of cults out here. Cults. And I'm glad you came out of, the chains that were binding you. You would assume that that's a lot, but it's all boiled down to love, understand of self, and being a good person. Miss T. Jones, you get it. Sending you love, my sister. You get it. It's really that simple. I know some of y'all get it. Thank you. Shout outs to y'all. And look, we may not know it all, but I know enough to not go back to this shit. I'm still rebuilding my faith in the Most High after growing up Christian. TMC, shout out to you. Sending you love on your journey. And wherever you end up, as long as you anchored in love and at the root of whatever you hold it in your heart is rooted in love, but you can't lose. Listen, love is foolproof and it's fail-proof. I know it to be true. I know it to be, listen to me. I don't know a lot of things. But what I do know, I am very, very sure of. And one thing I am sure of is love is really the key. It's the potion. It is the elixir of life for all of this shit. Yeah, Jehovah's Witness is kind of vicious. Anytime you got people telling you you can't do this and you can't do that, and it's restricting your free. Love is freedom, man. And listen, that's why I tell you, love is real freedom. Love is liberty and love is freedom. There's a difference between liberty and freedom now. The freedom to do what you want and the liberty to do it, one is a privilege, the other is a right. So let's straighten that out right now. Yeah, you can rob a bank, but if you have love anchored in you, you're not going to do that. Especially if that's your moral compass will convict you of that. Love is going to keep you from doing just evil shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hate when I don't really fuck with new age people like that. Listen, I want y'all to understand where I'm at. I really don't play around with new age folks. I don't be over here loving like humming. Like I'm not out here in these streets just pushing some docile pill down people's throats. I'm not about that life. Love will defend its house. Love will put you in your place if it needs to. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it the fuck twisted. Diddy renamed his middle name Love legally. They ain't got no love nowhere there. At least in my opinion, that ain't no damn love. Love for you to be hovering over people's head. All of this stuff you done got on these people. You know what I'm saying? Love don't make people hang out with you and party with you because you got shit hanging over their heads. You puppeteering them. You think them people really your friends? They smiling with you and opening up bottles of rosé and Chardonnay and whatever other types of champagne y'all niggas drink. Y'all think real love is gonna hold somebody hostage? That ain't a real friend. That's not a friend. That's a demon. That's a demon. Oh, you don't remember who made it Goddess Power? Yes, love has been helping you. Thank you. Saint Francis of Assisi. Let's just remember we are in the holy presence of God and be thankful for another day we get to hang out together. Well, God is love, and we are always surrounded by love, and the love is the source. Love is the source. Love is the reason why you're here. Love is the reason why you're here. I don't care if your parents had a one-night stand. Love is the reason why you're here. Listen, I am very well aware that some people were born under very harsh circumstances. For example, my great-grandmother was a product of a RAPE. My grandmother was a product of a RAPE. Her firstborn child was a product of a RAPE. I have several aunties that are on my mother's side of the family who have said to me that children that they've had was a product of a RAPE. I understand that it's unfortunate that some people in the world are a result of grape, GRAPE, drop the G. But I'm going to say this. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why you're with us today, and I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you were not aborted. I am grateful that someone felt the need to bring you into this world. I am grateful and thankful that love said that you were important enough to still be breathing and share space with us today. Even we can agree to disagree. Love still abounds. You understand? I don't care if you like me. I don't care. I'm not here for your likes. Contrary to other content creators, they may care about your likes and they may kiss your ass, but I'm not here to kiss your ass at all. I don't give a fuck about your likes. What I am here to do is spread the truth, and that's just what it is. So I'm grateful that we all get to share the source of love. I am just pushing the agenda that we all need to be anchored and rooted in it. That's what I believe. That's my prayer. And that's what I'm preaching. I preach love. And if you choose to put a name on it, that's on you. Too many cults are cultivated through Christianity. Yeah. And cults are created when people want power over others. When there's a power struggle in the mind of a person. My grandmother, and this is not alleged, my grandmother went to old boy's church. What's his name? The one who Jim Jones. My grandmother went to Jim Jones's church. And she was thinking about moving to Guyana. And what saved her was the fact that she had all them fucking children and couldn't move. My grandmother had 16 children, and that's what saved her life. She could not afford to uproot all her children and move to, not some of them were grown, of course, but the ones that she had, she still had a lot in the house left in the house. And that's what saved her. She could not afford to move. Poverty saved her. That's how I kind of feel. Being exposed to the music industry and doing work in the industry and being around industry people, I'm gonna be real with you. What saved me was me being dark skinned. One of the things that saved me was being dark skinned. The fact that I was dark skinned did not appease to a lot of people. That saved me. I am grateful for my melanin. I'm gonna just be real and I'm gonna tell you what it is. Um, you know what I'm saying? I remember hearing Cat Williams saying that being broke is sometimes, being broke is a salvation. So it's a lot of people that the reason why they're still alive was because they didn't have money back then. It's a lot of people that would have turned on someone else because of money, or they would have, taken up drugs. Listen. Sometimes being broke save your life. You'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So being grateful and thankful and content in the state that you're in, and being able to just move further along and being in this present moment, man. What you do in this present moment is going to affect your future. What's in the past is in the past. You can cry over it. You can say, hey, I'm sad about it. I did this, I did that. You can repent, but being in the past and living in the past ain't gonna help nobody, not even you. Being anchored in this present moment is what's gonna help you. Being too busy about what the future is gonna bring is going to keep you out of the loop of your present moment. Because guess what? The harvest that you're looking for in the future is contingent upon the seeds that you put in the ground in this present moment. And as the scriptures say, for you Christians that rock with me, for the sufferings of this present time is not to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed in you. And so you have to understand, being rooted and anchored in this present moment is what's going to help your future. I can't be sitting back and wondering on the things that are behind me. I got to press on. I got to press on to see what the end gonna be. I got to press toward the mark. My mark and the high calling in Christ Jesus for me is love. That's just what it is. I'm gonna get all my things done with love. Love is what fuels me. Love is what motivates me. Love also tells me to sit down and take a break. Love tells me, Rafiki, you overworking. You need to sit down. You need to rest. Love cares about my well-being. Love cares if I have enough juice to be able to clean my space, or if I have enough to take care of myself. Love wants me well rested. Love wants me to have this whatever I need to be able to go on about my day. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So like I said, people make things complicated. It really boils down to love. If you just keep that in the forefront of your mind every day, the way you move around is going to be different. You won't be so quick to be jealous of people. You don't know what the fuck people went through to get what they got. You over there looking at this person's life and how they glowing. I used to wonder why some people was jealous of me and I ain't had shit. I used to be like, I ain't got nothing, what the fuck? But you got to realize some people jealous of your light. They jealous of you and who you are as a person. You said, check this out. What if I'm walking down the street and someone challenges me to what battles, and I just beat them through the power of love? Well, if your ego is bruised enough for you to have to respond to somebody physically, that's on you. I don't live your life. I can't speak for you. All I can tell you is what the key is. And the key is fucking simple. It's love. If love is in you enough to defend your body, because who I ain't telling you to turn the other cheek. Because to me personally, that was a metaphor. The same person who's telling you to turn the cheek in the Bible is the same person who went in them temples and was turning them fucking tables over and was telling them hoes to get up out of the temple, you some robbing, thieving ass people. So, I mean, it's up to you. Prophets in the days of old carried swords. I don't know a person who didn't have a weapon and was not willing to use it. And back in those days, they wasn't bluffing like they do now. A lot of people bluff these days. So, I mean, if there's prophets and you're calling them prophets of God, honey, don't be stupid. Be smart. Defend yourself. But if you're doing something on some clout chasing, that's on you. That's on you, and you got to answer for that. I don't know what your question really was, but happy 420. Happy 420. I heard it doesn't mean that, it means something else. It's not marijuana, it's something else. Shout out to those of you who can who can really handle Mother Marijuana, Mother Mary, because she's an herb who needs to be respected, and she's a medicine. She needs to, use her within her rights. The abuse of her is another animal. But anyway, I'm a shaman healer, so I know, I respect herbs and the healing that they bring. I don't respect the government's regulations of it because they always want to hand in some shit, and then next thing you know, it's genetically modified, and you know what I'm saying. And then next thing it's something that comes from the earth now can cause a heart attack and a high blood pressure and all this other. It's just too much. Let's see what else y'all talking about. Oh yeah, you a bot. You're a bot. Let me block you. You are a bot. I don't know what it is. Life is a gift. Nobody knows if tomorrow goes to wake up alive. Don't waste it living without love. I'm with you, Santiago. I'm with it. I'm with it. I am with that. I don't know. I don't know what else to really tell y'all. At the end of the day, we're seeing a very great divide and a big separation. And it's not Christians against the world. It's not Muslims against the world. It's those who decide. It's those who decide to make a difference in love, and who decides to side with the perils and the evils of the world. And I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Those of you who think being neutral and docile is gonna keep you safe, it's really the fuck not. We're all being pushed to pick a side. And either you're going to be the solution or you're going to be a part of the problem. And it's really simple. It's extremely simple, and it's no more than that. And if you fall into the guise of complication, then you're complicating yourself. You're complicating your life. And anybody that's attached to you, you're willing to complicate that, which means you're willing to compromise. And if you're willing to compromise, then you're a part of the problem and you're not a part of the solution. Again, it's just that simple. No one wants to tell you that it's that simple because everybody's out here selling shit. 5 ways on how to conquer your life. Way number 1. And then they give you one way, and then they say for the next 4 ways, I want you to subscribe, hit that like button, and go over here and buy the 4 ways on how to simplify your life. Bitch, I'm telling you how to simplify it. Fucking love. It's love. It's just that simple. Why everybody got to be selling shit? Huh? You wanna get land for very cheap? Go down to the courthouse, ask I'm about to say, go to the second floor. Go to the clerk of court and ask them if you live in a tax lien state, ask them, where can I find your tax lien properties that's up for sale? Where can I find your properties that are up for sale? Where can I find your foreclosures up for sale? Oh, I heard that the courts have auctions every month or every other month or every quarter. How do I get in on your auctions? Honestly, a lot of this shit is free 99. You just don't want to get your ass up and find a way on how to get it. So you get mad when you got to pay $200 to get in on somebody giving you the information that they found for free. It's either you get up and do the work yourself or pay somebody to give you the information. But eventually you're going to have to get up and do the work, saints. I love y'all, but somebody got to tell y'all the truth. What's popping off for the rest of this month? What's popping off for the rest of this month? What should we be looking forward to? What will be revealed? What is it that you want us to know? Holy Spirit, love. What is it that you want? Look, it's time for a cleanse. It's time for a cleanse. I keep saying this over and over and over again. I have products for sale. I have my products for sale. But how many free gems do I be dropping to y'all? I drop so many free gems. I drop so much free shit on my channel. Y'all have a choice whether or not y'all want to buy from me. That's a choice. It's up to you. I want to be a help in your life. I ain't here to grape you. I'm here to help you. Cleansing. You got to go. Cleanse. At the bottom of the deck. Trust. At the top of the... I seen this card in my mind's eye and I didn't say nothing. Things are being illuminated. What we don't see is the truth is being... Look, the truth, whether we believe it or not, the truth is being set before us. And it's up to us to believe it for what it is. We're not in the era of belief anymore. We're in the era of knowing. The age of Pisces mantra is I believe. The mantra for Aquarius is I know. We went from believing to knowing without a shadow of a doubt. There's things that are being illuminated. Death. Something about to happen here. Sadness. Protection. Anger. Shut the front door. Illumination, death, sadness, protection, and anger. Are we getting ready to see somebody big fall? Cleanse. A cleanse needs to happen. Trust, surrender, success, reflection, and space. That's what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, but at the end of the day, there's a cleanse that needs to happen. You need financial help. Does this work for that? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. I think all of us right now need financial help. All of us could use a financial boost. Me, you, and everybody watching. I mean, if I'm wrong and you balling and shot calling, please forgive me. But I think all of us could need a financial boost right now. Success. For those of you, see, this is why I'm doing, look, I got my own ritual popping off on the community board of my channel. There's a ritual. You don't have to get in on it. I'm not pushing nothing down. I never push anything down y'all throats. Y'all can get in on the ritual if y'all want to. If y'all don't want to, that's fine. This is why I'm doing my ritual for cleansing, for protection, and prosperity. Because, listen, it's what you believe, man. Reflection is here. And what's at the top? Surrender. Yeah, it's time to reflect. We're in the energy of reflecting, saints. You know, we're underneath another judgment call where we're just reflecting on what we came from. Today and tomorrow will mark, I think, the next 14 years. Those of us who were last are being put first. Those of you who were first and was doing whatever y'all wanted to do, and whatever, and got away with a bunch of stuff. Now y'all being last. Y'all being put, the underdog is on top now. So it is what it is. You're going to know people by the fruit that they bear. You're going to know people by the fruit they bear. If the fruit that they've been bearing is contrary to what's been coming out of their mouth, the fruit is telling you who they are. They're telling you by their actions, not their words. Their words is deceiving a lot of folks. Gonna sit here and claim that you're love, but you've been putting out all this hate and all of this blood is on your hands. What the fuck is wrong with you? That ain't love. That's death. That's fear. That's hatred. Anything else? Cleanse and success is here. Isolation. That's right. Isolation. Disruption is at the bottom of the deck and anger is at the top. And look, I tell you this, if you do believe that the people around you are good, you're fine. It's time. It really is time to get quiet and move around differently. You know what I'm saying? Move around differently. Move around differently. Isolate yourself if you need to. So there's a lot of stuff that's popping off. Spirit is trying to move you away from certain things so you won't get caught up in stuff that you don't have no ties to. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. You better say that. Fear is clarifying the cleanse card. So being cleansed from fear right now. I told y'all in this next energy that we're moving in, you can't go. Fear gonna have to fall off. You're gonna have to move. If you're fearful, you're gonna have to move. Move. Do it afraid. You know what I'm saying? Do it afraid. Do it afraid. But eventually the fear is gonna, move away. All right? Because fear can't follow you in the next chapter. I understand, y'all. It's easier said than done. I'm here to be an example, bro. I am. I'm here to be as a best example as I can. Fear got to fall off. Consciousness is clarifying the success card. Consciousness is clarifying the success. So you have to align your consciousness with success. Again, what is your definition of success? Man, Mystic members, I can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be so beautiful. We're going to have a beautiful time. OMG. We're having so much fun on that Mystic membership side. I love it. When I tell y'all, you have to align your consciousness with success, and that's exactly what we're doing on the Mystic membership side. I had vowed a long time ago that I was not going to spread myself thin on this side of YouTube, because for years I have been giving a lot of myself to this side of YouTube for nothing. And I'm not saying for nothing, but with little to nothing to show for it. I used to drop a bunch of free shit all the time, but the stuff that I'm really doing, we're having a very fun time on the Mystic side, membership side. And yes, you do have to pay to be a member. And guess what? I ain't shoving it down y'all throats. If you want to become a member, that's on you. If not, that's on you. But we having fun, and we are definitely aligning our consciousness with success. I can tell you that right now. And that's what we're doing. In order for you to get success, you have to align your consciousness with it. And again, your level of success may look different from my level of success. I can't tell you what success is going to look like for you. I can help you get there, like I'm helping myself get there. What is isolation? Ooh, look at that. Building your own level of comfort. Building your own level of comfort and being able to reflect, right? The question is when you come home from work or when you come home from whatever you're doing, do you feel like you can unwind? Or do you feel like you're still uptight when you come home? If you feel like you're still uptight when you come home, somebody or something is in there that ain't for your level of comfort. It's not for your level of comfortability, and you must get rid of it, no matter who or what it is. If you paying bills there, and you don't feel comfortable in your own home, there's an enemy somewhere in the camp, honey. There's an enemy somewhere in the camp. Because your home is supposed to be an ultimate comfort for you. Let's see, before I leave out of here, let's see what the magical unicorns have to say for us. All right, before I shuffle, at the bottom of the deck is the 7 card. Beautiful, number 7. Listen to your heart, awaken psychic abilities, tune into the infinite. And at the top of the deck, creative solutions. So for some of you who are looking for financial energies to come through and help you, you have creativity. You are a creative person. You are a creative person. And you should think outside of the box and view things from a higher perspective. Master number 13. All right. What is the advice for the collective? The collective that is doing their best to walk in the energy of love at this time. What is the advice for the collective at this time? Magical unicorns. Ooh, my deck has a lot of static pull right now. I can feel it. Thank you so much. I'm grateful and thankful for the love that is coming through. Master number 11. Look for the signs. Look for the signs. Master number 11. Look for the signs. Pay attention. Expect an answer. Some of you need to be putting it out there. Who do you pray to? God, Jesus, Allah, universe, love, infinite potentiality. Show me blah, blah, blah. Show me how I can get this. Or show me how I can line myself up for that. And wait for and expect the answer. At the bottom of the deck, soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. Some of y'all are millions. Y'all are $1 million decision away from opting into going into your creative measures. Some of y'all, your money is locked into your creativity. At the top of the deck, rose gold, cosmic pool, bathe in cosmic love, soak up wisdom. I'm out of here. Let's see what master number 11 is being. Oh, nurture yourself, gather your strength, refreshing oasis. Y'all, we're still feeling some. I don't know about y'all. I'm still feeling some of the effects of the eclipses. I didn't get tired until after the eclipse came. All this week and all last week, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been coming on because I have been tired. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have been tired. I had to muster up strength to come now because the truth is that eclipse energy is here. Okay? I'm sending love to all of y'all. Whether y'all are awakened to the true tune of love or not, I pray that real love will come into your life and awaken you and activate you and push you onto your destiny, whatever that may be. We all have different destinations, okay? And that when I say different destinations, we are going to take different routes to get there. Hopefully, at the end of your destination, you will reach the source, which is love. At the end of the day, that's just what it's about, and it's just that simple. Sending love to y'all. And again, the trolls is back in here because we back up, saints. We back up. So hopefully y'all feel the love I'm sending to y'all. And again, thank you for all your donations. Your donations do help over here. And again, everything is in the description box. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box. So until next time, peace out. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Thank you for your love as well, VK. Thank y'all for everything. And Mystic Manifestors, I will see y'all tomorrow. As that had already went out days ago on hopefully I see y'all. Y'all, we're gonna have fun. I am so elated to hear from y'all, okay? But again, sending y'all love so much, and y'all be easy, okay? All right.